So this is the Fort New Salem Dulcimer Festival. It's the last day. It's the smallest day. And it's set in these are actually houses that were built like in the 1800s. And then they rebuilt them. This one's still under construction. And even during the festival, every day they have demonstrations. This is like a spinning wheel. But you can see like they're still working here. This is the Bennett cabin. And they tell you some of the things. This will be the future wood shop. Back there is the restrooms. Nice little garden here. And again, there's hardly anybody here, but actually a lot of people are in classes. But again, it's the last day. This is their gift shop. This is open all the time.
Yeah, they were both in the cabin.
Just giving everybody a tour of the place. This is the Waldo Run cabin. No workshops in here. I've slept in here before at night. So there's pottery. Sometimes they have demos with that. Yep, so right there, pottery. This is a cabin they're trying to save. I guess the Green Tree Tavern that was somewhere at one point. And what's cool is all the workshops are in these buildings. So I'm gonna peek in here.
Figure out on a string or something where those notes ought to be in terms of spacing. Okay? And they decided to take those 7 notes and split all 7. Split them in half.
So what's neat besides the music going on? You get all these other demos and everything going on. This is the forge, blacksmith shop. Hello. Giving everybody a tour. Just giving everybody a tour of what you offer here. So this is in, give you a view here. This is in Salem, West Virginia. This is my favorite cabin. This is the Walden, I think it's called that, the Walden cabin. Hey, just giving a tour.
Reading about Banksy.
So this is where hammer dulcimer is usually taught. There's just no workshop right now. I had one yesterday, and actually there were several yesterday. So we'll cross over to the other side. There were also vendors here last night that weren't able to return. So there were some tents up in the middle here. This is the back of the workshop. That we were just at. Again, here's your forge. I know yesterday they were making fiddles here. I'm not sure. What's it say? The old kitchen. Ah, there's a loom. I don't think this is set up for a kitchen right now. But that's nice. So next door here is the tea shop. Morning. I'm just giving people a tour of Fort New Salem.
Oops, watch your hand.
And if you want to play, that'd be wonderful.
That's a headbanger there.
Hi, I'm Linda Sigismundi. I'm the music director for the Fort New Salem Dulcimer Festival. The festival started here in 1991, so this year is our 33rd. We only missed 1 year due to COVID. So we do bring in a number of musicians from West Virginia, Ohio, Pennsylvania. It's a small festival, so our workshops are very intimate. You know, they're often 3 to 10 people. I rarely get more than that in a workshop, but it's just so nice to play in the cabins. It really makes you feel like you're back to the roots of the dulcimer.
I need my morning coffee. Gotta have my coffee, but my brain is far too fuzzy. I can't choose, I just don't know. But I have to have my coffee to go.
I will twine and I'll mingle my waving black hair with the roses so red and the lilies so fair, and the birds are so bright with the emerald hue, the pale amanita and ice lips so blue. I will dance, I will sing, and my life will be gay. I will charm every heart, and this crowd I will sway. When I woke from my dream, my idols was clay, all potion, love, and all play.
That's all there is to it.
What's your amazing grace?
That sounds good.
So, last time I was here, it rained horribly, and I was soaking wet. And this time, it's actually like 63 degrees. I'm in the back seat of the car sleeping, or about to go to sleep. And it was a good day. I only got about 3 or 4 hours sleep last night because my air mattress deflated. But, so one more day to go. We'll see how it goes tomorrow. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Please don't take my sunshine away. So they're trying to restore this. This is from the 1790s. This is the tavern. And, there's some information there. 1790. But you can see behind, there's a lot of work that they need to build all that. Looks like there's a lot of work they need to do, so they're trying to raise funds for that.
Hi, said the blackbird sitting in a chair. Once I courted a lady fair. She grew fickle and she turned her back. Ever since then I've dressed in black. I said the woodpecker sitting in a chair. Once I courted a lady fair. She grew fickle and from me fled. Ever since then my head's been red.
I know some people who live in the north. They've lived there since forever and many years before. They live in the wilderness where few ever go. And they say that in that land no one can be alone. Land knows that you're there. Land knows that you're there. Oh, the rocks and the trees and the rivers give you friendship and care.
These two pieces are together.
Okay.
And there's just a little tab at both ends where they're still attached.
So that's
It's already
book
been
matched?
cut, and it's book matched. So when you
Okay.
get it, you just cut those two tabs, you lay it down, and then you joint the edge, and then you glue that together so you get the book matched figure on both sides.
Okay, that's
And then
cool.
it's already got the curve for the fiddle, or this is actually the old wood, but it works fine for a mandolin, as you can tell, for an F5. So,
And what is this wood?
oh, it's curly maple on the back, and then the top is spruce. This is spruce.
Okay.
So that's the standard materials for, especially for fiddles or violins. People think the way you get a fiddle is you go to the music store and you buy one. You know, it's like where's a pound of ground beef come from? Well, it comes from the grocery store. You know? So, and people don't understand all the work that goes into making a fiddle. And you know, in reality, today, I'm not going to talk about the like the big commercial operations like China or whatever, because they're going to use as much automation as they can. But they still end up finishing them by hand. But if you go to a shop in the United States, let's say that makes fiddles, you know, and they're expensive.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to be basically doing it just like this. This would have been appropriate 200 years ago, and it's still the way it's done because it works.
Actually, the wheel does most of the work. I just sit here and pump the treadle. You know, it's been a long time since I talk about it. What it's been. The wheel is pretty simple, really, because this bar is connected to the treadle and the wheel. So just by pumping the treadle, the wheel turns, and this drive band here is connected to the flyer and the bobbin, and those twist, and that's what's actually putting the twist into the yarn. So what I do is I card the wool, which is just brushing it out, and then when I'm spinning it, I just stretch it to however thick or thin I want it to be. And just let it twist a little bit, and the wheel automatically automatically winds it onto the bobbin for you.
Okay, that's cool.
Now before you had spinning wheel, you had something called a drop spindle. It's this thing. And really a spinning wheel is just a drop spindle turned on its side with all the other stuff attached. But it does the same thing. Piece of this.
pocket in there, and it's easier if you stand up. So, I've got the fluffy end here, and because of the structure of the wool itself, our hair is real smooth. But wool fibers have little kind of barbs, kind of like Velcro, that stick out. So that's why it'll stick together, and that's why you cannot spin human hair. It's too slippery, it won't work. I mean, you can, but it's very complicated. And then for drops, you just twist the spindle and pull down on the wool. And it's doing the same thing as the spinning wheel, except this is about several thousand years older technique. But it's still being practiced in places like India. A lot of the really fine cotton is still spun with drop spindles similar to this.
That's
And when
cool.
you've spun it as far as you can reach, usually I let it hit the floor, but you wind it up on your fingers so it doesn't just get into one big knot. Unhook it, wind it up, reattach it, and off you go.
Well, that's cool. Thank you.
On a good night's trail, on the loving trail, our old woman's lonesome tonight.
Some say that they made him this high because people were shorter. I don't buy that part.
Okay.
I think people were probably pretty much the same as nowadays. They definitely weren't this short.
You're right. Right.
So, and then the other thing is, like, when they're building these cabins, a lot of these logs are heavy. And like this cabin has a wide, that's a big tree. That's a big tree there. And the bigger the logs are, the less logs you have to use to make your cabin.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So they would try and find the biggest logs. The biggest logs are heavy. And it's one thing lifting a log up or rolling it up on other rails up this high. But you get up to here, it gets hard. That's up pretty high. It's hard to get the logs up that high. So, if they're doing this, didn't they just get to a certain point about here and say, that's enough? Yeah. I don't need to go any higher. Yeah.
So then they're vertical
I'll learn
after
to duck,
that. Yeah.
So, I don't know. I can't go back. I would love to be able to go in the time machine and just go back and hear people. I don't even need to interact with them, but just hear and see what they do. And, why, when they did this, why did they build the doorway short? And you'd figure out why.
And what did you say about the heat?
Oh, the heat. It's like some people say it's because the heat always rises in the cabin.
Okay.
Right, because it's a fireplace. There's no fans circulating it. And the higher this is, the more heat's going to come out. So they keep it down here, and it keeps more heat in the building. But
Okay. Yeah, this is.
It's all
Could you just? How tall are you?
6'2".
Okay. So I'm 5'11", and I hit my head.
Yeah.
So you get an
this
idea.
is like a chin knocker for me. Yeah. And they would live someplace for a couple of years and then move on farther west. The story is they would burn the cabin down to get the nails out of it.
Oh.
So they didn't have to buy new nails for their next house.
Wow.
Can you imagine?
It kind of makes.
Just to get the nails.
Yeah. The performers. This is the cabin that they played in front of, and this is where they do the jams at night. Again, no workshops in here right now. And in fact, I did this yesterday. Of course, they didn't have electricity back then. Actually, I probably don't even need electricity. So, this is kind of cool. There's a spinning wheel. And this bed, if you've ever heard the expression, sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite. I remember watching a documentary on the Revolutionary War, or that period of time, and they said they would change the sheets at an inn once a year, like the 1st of January. So obviously they had bed bugs, but when it says sleep tight, what they would do, and by the way, this has straw in it. Actually, that doesn't there, but there is straw in this. This is your mattress, and the way you would tighten it is to stretch these cords and wrap maybe around here again. You can even hear it, and you can see it lifting the bed. So your bed didn't sag. You would tighten this, and that's the expression of sleep tight. So, you know, it's really cool because you can come here and you could jam and you can take workshops. As I said yesterday, these cabins were all filled with workshops. And again, it's kind of like the perfect place to have a Dulcimer festival. It just fits. Even when you're jamming in here at night and everything's acoustic, you just feel like you're back there at that time. This is the paper marbling. And I know it was also a print shop. So this is all done here. And then you have the, like a printing. Here's the printing press. Again, this would be all your printing material. We'll step out the back. So the kids did this, and adults did this yesterday. This is like a gel. And you put these paints in it, you draw in it, and you put the papers on it, and it kind of comes out like this. Now let me go on the other side so you can see it. And then you can make that as a cover.
He'll give you a demonstration.
Can you do it?
He'll give a demo.
Oh, yes, yes. Oh, yeah, I'll talk to him. So you could make books and
happy that Karen shared that one with me, and that I put it together this way.
just on a video. This is the meeting house. This would be like the church. You know, he was talking about the doors, and he was just saying about the things being open. You can see the crack at the top of that door, where air would just leak out. And I do know sometimes they stuff them with moss, but just take a look at this. Imagine, you know, in the winter, that much snow, and those kind of cracks around your door. Even here you can see out through. And this is under construction too. This is the front. This is open or long. This is open. This is the blockhouse. So as you can see, you know, so when you're talking about that Appalachian feeling when you're playing or having a festival, you know, this is it. I mean, it's hard to imagine. Ooh, up here it's kind of dark. Actually, darker than what's showing. You can see the cracks in the walls. So I'm gonna try to record and not fall down these stairs. They're actually very narrow stairs. Whew. Yeah, very narrow stairs.
I thought, I actually originally thought, it's actually if I too, but I think they both can play. Yeah, sharpen it.
It's dark, it looks like rain. All the leaves are upside down. Hear the wind blowing through the leaves. Tip up the rain barrel, 'cause here it comes now. One-lane road, a wooden bridge, hardened heart and salty tears, Grandpa's tunes and Grandma's pie. I'll see them dancing through the years. I'll see them